Whoops. Okay, we're fine. This is weird, because, yeah, this is the first time in, like, a while I've just gone straight into something without understanding. Well, I guess I technically just did there. It's just I was so used to doing it that my brain just autopiloted. But, yeah. This is a new experience for me. I will say. Just get all the features. I forget what, yeah, I don't usually get this. Yeah, I think that's my first one. Oh, heavenly chips don't even matter, right? Because I should do this. Heavenly chips don't matter. Oh, that counts as a swap? That sucks. I mean, I don't think these other ones would have been that great anyway, but that still sucks. It is such a quick click, right? Cool. Yeah, I kind of started like a minute late. But yeah, we're fine. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and just what my yapping would usually be. I'm just gonna put quick clicker over it. Because then I'm at least in a different section. And as long as I feel like I put in my titles that like I'm talking, like that's the main priority, then like I feel like I'm fine. You know? And to be honest, this is what I was thinking of doing when I first got Quick Clicker. I just only did it like once. I was like, eh. Yeah. So, this will probably be better. It also gives me more of an excuse to just go on like Twitter and stuff, and like the sounds is fine. Like there was music before, but like now it's even more fine because you at least have a visual as well instead of just audio, you know? So there's also that. Yeah, it's funny because I'm seeing on Twitter like, oh, Trump's gonna have that big October surprise. It's like, no, I think the October surprise affected Kamala. I don't think it's gonna affect Trump. I'll be fully honest. I think Trump will be alright. Like, I think they're just trying to cope for something against Trump, but it's just like, and I forget who said it, but it's true. Like the bar for Democrats is so much lower for it to be a scandal compared to Republicans. Like honestly, like Trump saying like, oh, he likes some stuff that Hitler did isn't even that much of a scandal. And two, I think people already were aware of that. Like that was a thing that was known that he said that. So also like, yeah, I don't think it's really a scandal. Well, it is, right? But, like, not that big. Like, it is a big deal that he's saying that, but, like, I think, will the media or people care about it? Seems, like, not as much. Yeah, Democrats are really, like, the... You know, the child... Well, I guess it's because, like, they're seen as, like, the common sense people and, like, the adult in the room. So, like, that's why they have such higher standards. It is crazy to me, though, when, like, I feel like they still have that. It's just, like... No, you don't. That is not how you work at all. Okay, I added another song to the playlist. Yay. To be fair, I think just adding our songs to the playlist just makes it so the second last song can actually be played. I don't think it really helps on the other end. So, there's that. Yeah, they're like, oh, October surprise, and it's like, yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. And like, yeah, there's so many of that, and it's just like, I don't know. And Naira's AG followed Kaido. I mean, yeah, Jules was a Hololive fan, so I guess it makes sense that AG would be one. And I mean, also AG's a VTuber now. That makes sense. Yeah. See, I guess I changed how Streamlabs looks a little bit. It's like a slight change, but like just seeing like the source and the scene sections of it, like it looks blockier. Is what the changes. Like it's not that much different, but it changed enough for me to notice it. Yeah. Yeah, I also saw that Trump's literally ahead in Arab voters over Kamala. It's like awesome. Yeah, that was the group that was probably the easiest to win, like be ahead of, right? And you failed it. Like impressive, honestly. Just impressive. Yeah, I think I've said before, but just like I hope when we look back on this era and if Trump wins this election, like Democrats also get some of the blame because it should not even be remotely close. You know, and yet here we are, and like it's like a toss-up come election day, right? And the polls are trending to favor Trump. And also, I forget who it was, but like they brought up a good point, just like why aren't they just lying? You know, like to get the people to vote for them. Like that's crazy. Like you can at least even like lie, you know? But they aren't even trying that. They're just like, nah, screw you. And it's like that doesn't even make sense electorally. Like, what was the statistic? It was like, I think over half would be more likely to support Kamala if she called for an arms embargo, and 0% would be less likely. So, like, you could just lie. You know? I mean, I feel like at this point it probably wouldn't work as much, but, like, that should have been something you did from the beginning, you know? Like, that's insane. But I think because the campaign team is also just freaking idiots, and they think they're like, oh, Jewish people are just gonna unconditionally support Israel, which that was like debunked like 3 days in. But no, that's not true. I think even before that, like Jews were against how Israel was handling Palestine. It's like, no, like, that sucks. What are you doing? It's crazy. Yeah, American politics is one of those things where, like, it'd be so funny if it didn't affect so many people. You know? Like, that's the thing. If it just didn't affect so many people, then it'd just be funny. Like, if there was no stakes to it. Because of how stupid it is. But, like, it determines the lives, and it's, like, the most powerful country in the world, too. So it's, like, a big deal, and it's like, yeah, no. It's gonna be a bunch of idiots, you know? I love that. That's awesome, dude. Fantastic. Ugh. Yeah, then it's like not fun anymore. Because like, yeah, I can understand why people enjoy like politics for that reason. It's just like my brain just cannot. Like it also gets to the point where it's like, oh yeah, no, but this is actually affecting real people. And it's like, oh, well, this isn't funny anymore. And then it's just depressing. I didn't realize there was volume on this. Yeah, your volume. Yeah. Also, I did watch the Jax Films video on a Fillion, and it's like, yeah, no, he literally just made that so Fillion could improve, at least specifically the content, or the React content. Yeah, I looked at that, so I feel like Pippa just blew that way out of proportion. Again, I'm not trying to, like, crap on people to gain clout. Like, that's not what I'm trying to do. It's just, like, yeah, it was an interesting thing, though. Because, yeah, I don't remember if it was that video, but there was at least some other ones where, like, people just kept pointing out, I was like, Yeah, there's like two sides. It's either like the people who will actually change or the other people who like will just call names and just like freaking like docs or something like that, and just like, yeah, that seems like the unfortunate truth. Like, I'm not saying Pippa's doing that, obviously, but like the calling names part seems kind of accurate. It's like, yeah, I saw the video. Like, he was just trying to help. Like, that's literally what it was. I guess people see like the bingo as like, what is it? Like disingenuous then maybe, but like I think he just wants to have fun with it, is what it is. And like he's still like a content creator at the end of the day, right? Well, and also like because he talks about React content being transformative, so I think that's his way of making React content transformative too. Like he's not just gonna watch the video because that would defeat the whole purpose of what he's doing. Right, so I think the bingo is also there, so he actually, like, his point stands of, like, making it transformative. Yeah, it seems like Pippa's whole opinion of Jax Films is founded based off of BetterHelp sponsoring him, which I think he stopped. Because I did also see he was sponsored by HelloFresh too, which was, again, is not another great one. But yeah, I don't think he's sponsored at this point anymore. So it's fine. And like, especially if he learned and like stopped because of what he learned about the company, you know, then I feel like it's even more fine. You know, I feel like it's even more valid then. Like, yeah, I don't want to spread hatred. You know, like, I'm just giving my opinion and, like, healthy criticism, which I know the internet's full of a lot of bad ones. I have a feeling, like, yeah, maybe Pippa's just been deluded. Because, like, Pippa is a controversial figure, too. So, like, I think she's probably someone who just... It's like, I'm not saying like, oh, like anger issues or something like that. Like, I'm saying like, if you're a controversial figure and you've only been getting like just hate, right? Like you probably will be deluded to when someone's actually giving you criticism, like constructive criticism. Like you'll just see all negative stuff as hate, right? When like it very much might not be, you know. Which I mean, yeah, I guess on the internet it is like probably safer to have that, but like, yeah, there are times when it's like, yeah, no, that now is not the time to do that. That was for sure one of them. Like, bigger creep than Keemstar is crazy. Like, maybe if he was the one who went to the other person's house, then maybe, but yeah, I just don't see it. Plus, also, those are viewer submitted too. It's not like he's just looking for people to hate on. They're also viewer submitted. There's also that. Yeah. That's my whole thing on that. Yeah. I did see some of the neuro stuff that was added. I don't know if I talked about it on my other stream, or like if I saw it afterwards. I think I saw it in time for the other stream, but I did see some of those other upgrades, and that's crazy. Actually, I think I did, because I think I did bring up like she could just call someone if their DMs are open. It's like, yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. I feel like the step I would have probably taken for that is like she could join other people if she wanted to. But then I guess, yeah, then... Well, Fennel's not even looking at her though. Like, he didn't for the first like Like, I think only for the first, like, month or so he said something like that. Like, he would monitor, and then after that, he just would do other stuff. For the most part. So, like, yeah, I feel like it's fine. You know? Because, like, he didn't even monitor her, like, at first anyway. Like, just having it so, like, other people could invite her instead of the other way around. Because I feel like that would just be a pain for the others. I guess, yeah, they can have their DMs closed, right? But yeah, it's just weird. Well, I shouldn't say weird, but like, I don't know. I guess I'd have to see how it works. I just don't think I would enjoy it personally. I mean, it does seem like he is trying to make it so, like, you know, that's not like all of her streams are, right? He's gonna monitor, I think, a little bit and like experiments to get like a good amount, right? But yeah, just have to see how it works. I think at this point in Neuro, though, I'm probably only gonna look at like dev stream checkups just to see like what Neuro can do at this point. I don't know about like the other streams if I care as much, because again, I fell down the Hololive rabbit hole and there's a lot of them. You know, kind of hard to fit another one into your schedule, especially since like Neuro clips, like the people who clip Neuro like don't make that short of clips. It's your like highlights of like full streams or just like, yeah, just fully unedited clips. They're like 20 plus minutes, and it's just like I can't really fit that into my viewing schedule, you know? Like, so there's also that. Like, I know short clips are bad for you, but like, I'm well aware of that. It's just, yeah, I just can't fit that in there, you know? It would have to be a slow day for me to watch, right? Which I think is probably what happened when I watched the dev stream stuff, was that was a slow day. As far as like content, but yeah, if it's like a fast day or like, you know, EN does a freaking another event, like full freaking branch wide event, like, then yeah, that's rough. Because I think even when like I was on summer break for those first few days of EN Reco, like I still like, I think it took like 3 or 4 hours to get through all of it. Like all the clips from those days, like it was insane. Yeah. Yeah, I think I brought it up also, but like one of the things that was like keeping me from like being like, oh, I can make it in Hololive, is like that I'd get too competitive, right? And like I feel like I'd get too mad or whatever. But after seeing that like Kiara, Narissa, Crony, Gigi, Mario Party Club, I'm like, maybe not actually. You know what? I think it'd be fine. Boy, that was something. It was not what I was expecting, that's for sure. Like I only saw like 3 clips of it, and like I could just tell it was insane. Like it was on Twitter a lot. Like I could tell, like there were a lot of clips, and that like Kara retweeted. Like it was insane. I did see like the Osakai clip on Narissa's like game, and it seemed very Proton John coded. Like I'm gonna be honest, I think other than like the 2 hidden block stars, because I think it's usually not John. She had a little of Emil luck in there, but I had a lot of John vibes from that. I was like, wow, okay. You know, the game hates you for most of the time, but you still somehow win. You know, and low rolls. I think low rolls though is just something you get used to. Like yeah, the first 2 games you deal with it, like it sucks, but like I think you get used to it when it's just become your brand, like with John. And also she got 2 stars in 1 turn. Yeah, I don't think she won, but I don't think she got last, which is like, yeah, that's crazy with how her game started. It seemed like she only moved like 5 spaces in like 3 turns or something like that, the first like 3 or 4 turns. But yeah, that's not great. I mean, it's also like with Mario Party 2, it's kind of hard to have fun with the game when you're just only rolling ones, you know? Because then you can't really do anything. You're just kind of stuck there and it's like, oh, well, great, dude. That's awesome. It's like, yeah, you don't get to the item shop or anything, so you can't strategize. I would be that person that would play Mario Party, and like, I think I've already said it when I play Mario Party on stream against computers, but like, yeah, I'm definitely the person who would like strategize. And I think, again, that's just from me watching TRG growing up. And like, yeah, that, like, especially John would be pretty, like, strategic, you know, and do like what's best. I think Emil would do that too, but like, yeah, they would put a lot of thought into it. It's like, naturally, that's just what I'm gonna be, is just someone who thinks strategically. And like uses the map a lot, like sees what's maybe like potentially the best move, you know. Thinking of bonus stars as well, because I doubt any of them did that either. I mean, yeah, I think they just took whoever had the most stars or who's in first, basically, like basically AI type stuff. Well, they did think a little bit farther ahead if they had like a gold pipe or something like that. I think Nerissa did, but like, yeah, that's about it. But that's another thing. Like, you need to think about bonus stars, like, and who has what. I don't know the bonus stars for that game, right? I'd have to look them up, or just play enough to know. I know there's an unlucky one, there's an event one. Those are the only 2 I can remember, I think, right now. Yeah, there's those 2. You know what, I got time. Was it Mario Party Jamboree? Yeah, okay. Bonus stuff. Let's see if Reddit knows them. Minigame, happening, item, shopping, traveling, slow, Bowser. There's also a red one. Yeah. So there's minigame, happening, item, shopping, traveling, slow, Bowser, and then unlucky. Which I think all of those have been in previous Mario Party games. I'm not sure all at once they've been in there, but I think all of those have been in a Mario Party at some point. So yeah, pretty much anything. They also be mindful of that. The fact that there's 8 of them, though, like, it's really hard to strategize then. Because you have to play around 8 of them and keep 8 statistics in your head. Like, I guess you could write them down, but, like, I feel like even then that's too sweaty for me, just to, like, write them down. Well, and I also feel like it's an unfair advantage if you're playing online, because it just gives you, like, knowledge that you don't... Like, I guess, to be fair, they could have done that as well, but I don't know. It just seems kind of lame. I feel like it's better when you have to, like, keep track of it yourself. I feel like that's cooler. But maybe I'll switch and I change my mind on that. Who knows? Oh, I missed a cookie. Also, it seems like Cookie Clicker actually does better, like, during my Sunday stream time. It seems like actually for like 7 to 8, right? On my other day times, like it seems like it's not as popular. But I think I do definitely have a better shot at getting seen, right? Doing this than just chatting, like just rotting away in there, right? Like this definitely gives me a better shot, at least. The thing is, like, maybe I'll like play other games like later. Cause like I guess for me, like maybe I just wanna build an audience first when like just myself, so that's why like I'm talking a lot. Well, I think it's just because like I don't want to play the games, honestly. I shouldn't say that. I think it's just my body just not feeling like playing other games. Which, to be fair, I don't think I've really played any games like at all. I've just been only watching YouTube, like Hololive. It's really bad. Like I should do something content related with that because like I feel like it's unhealthy. Like that's all I'm doing, and like I'm doing nothing with it. You know, like I need to do something with it. Like I need to make like skits, like just something. Like I'll give my reactions like on stream, but like even then, like I just feel like it's not enough, dude. Especially like getting no exposure from it. Well, I guess that sounds bad because it makes it seem like I'm just gonna basically make my fortune off of Hololive, and it's just like, well, I don't want to frame it like that, you know. But like I think in this world, like it's just so hard to grow on your own. Like you have to really love like video editing and probably like making thumbnails too. Maybe not necessarily that because you can make shorts, but like you'd have to like really like editing in order to like grow on your own, which I don't. So like I'm either gonna have to have like an editor, or like I'm just gonna have to like keep referencing other creators, I feel like, at this point, or like maybe even collab with them, but I feel like that's highly unlikely. I mean, yeah, I guess it's because I'm not asking. Like I should just show up in people's chats more and just interact more. Like that's what I probably should be doing, especially with my Hololive addiction. Like just go on my main channel account, right, and just freaking like do that, like interact in a few of their chats, you know. I mean, I feel like you definitely make the biggest impression with like super chats and stuff, which costs money, which I don't have, but yeah, like I should be doing something. Because it's just bugging me. Yeah. I don't think I really saw much clips from the like Shiori and Bibu, like Mario Party 1. It's just all about licking Bibu's feet, which is weird. Or like her balls or something, because there was also something with her balls at the beginning, I think. It was weird. Well, I think Gigi was the one who was getting screwed over in that game. I think if I remember, just by like context clues from like the thumbnails and the clips. I think Gigi was the one who was not having a fun time in that one. Honestly, it's crazy that she was the one who came back, but also I think it's because Kiara did the whole like Team Orange versus like Team Another Color type thing. Which is probably why. And I think she came to regret that decision when that game finally happened. You know, I'm just gonna see who won that, just because like I'm curious. Because it didn't show the winner. I'm not gonna play the audio, I'm just gonna like just kind of skip to the end of it. Probably is what I'm going to do. Is it already muted? Oh god, it's not, and it was not. God, that game was 2 hours. Wasn't it only like 15 turns? It was 2.5 hours. Oh, Kiara still won. Okay. But yeah, Narissa got second, which is like crazy with how that game was going for the entire time. Although yeah, if she didn't get those 2 hit block stars, she would have gotten last, which seems more fitting. With how the game actually went, you know? But yeah, that's what happened. Now, if I was there though, I definitely would have like, as a sway, just been like, no, you don't understand. If she doesn't win, then she'll have to do another stream. That's a definitely sway. Dude, I'm just so content brained. Like, I for sure would just do the content move. I mean, maybe not with Mario Party and like I have a real chance of winning, then I'm probably gonna do like the smart move. But like, if I'm in like where I was like with, if I was in like Narissa's spot, right, where she was like last most of it, I'm doing the content move. I don't care. We're just there to have fun at that point. I mean, it's probably, I've probably been miserable the whole time, but at least more content, you know? That's all I need. Yeah. That's definitely what I would do. Yeah, she can do it with red with Bay and Elizabeth. She can do it with green with Fauna and Cecilia. I don't think there's 2 brown ones, are there? I think Mume is the only brown one, at least in the end. Yeah, I think so. I think the person who would have been closest to her in color... Oh, it actually been Sana. I was gonna say Ame, but it probably would have been Sana. You could do pink with Callie and Mokoko. I feel like that'd be weird though. Oh, okay. Jesus. I gotta go. Go crazy. Go stupid. Okay. Dang, if only I had that with the upgrade. Although I will buy that. I don't really notice like Go Cookie Shove like that much more of Lucky Day, but with Serendipity, I feel like it's when they like just show up constantly. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like Lucky Days will make them show up that much more often. Well, I think it's because it doubles it, right? Yeah, it doubles it. So it's probably just because the initial value isn't as big. That's probably why. That would make sense. I wish I was just like an expert in something, but I feel like I'm not. You know, I'm just a dude who's like one game they're okay at is Tekken, and even then I'm so awful. I don't block low at all. I need to play a traditional fighting game to make me freaking get used to blocking, like using down and back. Yeah, I haven't played Tekken in a minute either. I think it's been like a week, but yeah, it's been a minute. I think also because it's just so hard to clip that stuff. That was also why I was just doing the talking stuff. Like the talking stuff was just super easy to clip. The thing is, like, I don't know what to clip here, right? Like in a short form, I should say, right? Because like obviously all of it's easy to clip, like in the same aspect ratio it is, but like in 9:16 is what I was more referring to. It's a lot harder to clip that stuff. Like, I feel like you have to somehow downsize the video so like all of it's still there, but it doesn't look stretched, and like it works in that aspect ratio, right? Because I think that is what happens with those shorts, is that they somehow like change it from it being a 16:9 video to 9:16, but like it doesn't look stretched at all, which is crazy to me. I don't know how that happens, like how they do it. At least to me watching it doesn't look stretched. I don't know. Cause like every time I watch this video, it just seems like, oh well, you just move the like crop thing over, and at least that's like what the thumbnails look like. That's what they wanted you to do or whatever. And just like, I don't want to do that. I want to do it that other way that makes it look better. Yeah, I think my criticism, I'm probably just gonna spend on commissioning someone to make me a stream layout. That's probably what I'm gonna do. It's like, with $100, I can't really get an editor, like, at least full-time, you know? I'd probably get, like, maybe, like... Well, they're short, so I think it would probably be less. But, like, still, I'd probably only get, like, 5, right? Like, I assume 20 per short would be, like, the minimum. So, like, yeah, that's not great. Should me see my brother actually responded to me back on that thing I said, finally. No, I've just been ghosted. Okay. Alright then. That's fine. Yeah. Oh yeah, I definitely didn't talk about job interviews because that was something I was gonna choose Monday. Yeah, so I'm doing job interviews again. It's time with senior English. I'm also learning that like the stuff I'm interested in or like whatever, like it's just not lining up with whatever we're doing, and it sucks. Like the sale pitch, like there's nothing that really fits me, you know, like I want to do, I'm passionate about. I was thinking about doing like Hololive, but then he was like, oh well, you can only really have like a visual, like it can't be a presentation, and it has to be 4 to 6 minutes. And I was like, well, there's no way I'm doing that. Like that'd be a whole class period, right? So like I was like, that kind of rules that out. And it's also kind of weird when you're just like, hey, let me pitch this like multi-billion-dollar company. You know, like it needs more money and more funding. Which I later found out there was no, because it seemed like it was like a Shark Tank type thing was going to be, but it actually really wasn't. Like there was no asking price or anything, like offer. You know, like, looking back on it now, I probably could have done Hololive. Because like 4 to 6 minutes actually is a while. Like when you're presenting something, it really is like a decent chunk of time. And it really doesn't seem like it would be. But yeah, that didn't work out for me. The debate topic, me and my friend like basically agree on every serious topic, and like I really only would debate serious topics. Other than that, I'm going like either 0 or 11, which is not great for the grade and rubric that I need to meet. But like that's just how I work. Also, I need to look at a board so I know what I'm saying and remember what I'm saying. Because as I've demonstrated multiple times on the stream, I can just forget what I'm saying. And it usually happens also when I'm like listing up points, like then I just forget the second one. It's like how Nero would always forget the 5th point, but I forget the second one I was going to make. I guess Nero used to do that. I don't think Nero does that anymore. And I don't think Nero has done that for a while. Yeah, it's like that, but for me it's always the second point. I just lose it. Like I'll just think of a second thing immediately and be like, well, one, and then make the point, and then the second one just goes away. And it's like, oh well, god dang it. Yeah, that's not the most fun. Yeah, and then also the other one was talking about someone else, like presenting someone else, which is like a weird thing to do a presentation on. Which that one I did fine on because I think he was only looking for eye contact basically on that one. He wasn't looking for anything else. Yeah, now with the job interview, like the two jobs I want to do is content creation and freaking like politician. Which is like, how am I gonna do a job application that I want to do, right? Like,
your favorite TV
with
shows
that,
are on YouTube.
like, how am I gonna do that?
I don't
answer to any man.
Like, my interests, like, perfectly, and like how I just am, like, mentally too. Like, it perfectly just contradicts every single thing, man. It's just like, god dang it.
MGM Plus and more.
I didn't even ask if I could do the politician route. I just started doing it, but I should probably ask him if that's okay. Ugh. Because we have to do like a legitimate job interview. I don't know if you want to do that with me being a politician. I feel like the same stuff could apply, but I don't know if he'd want me to do that. He seems like a pretty laid back dude, so I could see either way. Honestly. Just like, yeah. I feel like I would do so well in the present, like the present stuff if like it was just stuff I cared about. Because also, like, when am I gonna do a sales pitch in real life, dude? Who am I, Ronald Reagan? My God. I guess I would join like Hololive or something like that. They do give their merch, but like, I feel like that's different though because like you can still be yourself, right? I mean, even like one of Gura's most well-known freaking lines is her selling her merch, right? Like advertising it. So like, I don't know. Like I get some of the stuff that like they're putting in the public speaking, right? It's just like, I don't know. Yeah, like it just feels like it's too much against neurodivergent people. Same with job interviews. They told 55-38-7 nonsense, which I didn't even get into. Which I think was the main reason I actually brought this up, but now I'm getting to it. Yeah, they said 55% is all about body language. 38% is how you present it, so no monotone voice, and then the body language also is like, oh, sitting still, you know, and like not constantly fidgeting. And then 7% is the content. And the thing with autism is that you constantly, like at least types of it, you constantly want to be moving, right? Constantly fidgeting, and you can speak in a monotone voice. So 93% of it like is something that I can't even control. And it, like, that's just who I am. So that's awesome. I love that. Because I'm sure I'm gonna get docked points for fidgeting when it's like literally what I do. Like I just move around. I don't use fidgets like at all, but I do constantly move around. Like I'll just like move in my chair or like sit in different positions constantly because like again I need to move around. So like yeah, it sucks. I can't control that. I had to do that last year too. Like I think I was getting docked points for like fidgeting, and it's like I can't control that, dude. Like, what do you want from me? I did the sell a grandma achievement, right? Oh, I didn't. Really? Oh. I did not do that one. That one's so easy. I thought I got all the easy ones by the way, but I guess not. Does this still have the Patreon names? Okay, no, that doesn't seem like it. It seems like that's just a web browser. Which seems kind of crazy because I feel like it'd be better to put it in here, but I guess maybe, yeah, there's like some Steam guidelines or whatever you have to follow. Or like there's something that makes it not as easy as a transition. Could also be that. It's entirely possible. Like, I think my problem with like me not being a specialist on something is because like I'm just so like I'm good at just general stuff, you know, but like I'm not an expert on anything. Like, right? Or like I could be above average, but that's it. Like part of me just like I want to be good at something. I was looking at music theory though, and like, cause someone broke down Kobo's single help, and they showed like the music theory of it. I was like, good lord, dude, like the chord progressions of it. Like, Jesus, I did not keep up with it. Like, and I took music theory in like freshman year. I did not understand like any of what they were saying. Well, I understood like a little bit, right? And then they just got into like one string that was just, or like one chord that was just like ridiculously specific, and it's like, you lost me. I had no idea what was going on with that. Ah, yes, a very common like J-pop string, or like used in Japanese music or anime. Jesus, dude. Yeah, for me, if I just make music, I'm just gonna do whatever sounds good to me, right? Like, I'll probably just like mess around with it a little bit and just like do whatever sounds good. Which I'm sure starting out, like, it's gonna be not great. It's just gonna be a bunch of random notes and like, again, no real progression. But I'm sure once I make enough, like, I'll have a better understanding of it. And like, yeah, you don't need to know theory to make good music, right? But it obviously would help. I think that's what I'm gonna work on, like covers first, just like obviously they're probably gonna use like chord strings, right? Or like chord progressions, and like knowing like what strings to play or whatever, like what notes, chords, right? That could be very helpful. So when you're actually like making an original, you already know how to play those chords or like those strings, you know? And so it's not as hard. Or like, yeah, you can hear like a progression that you really like and be like, ooh, I really enjoyed that, like how that sounded. It's just, we need money, which we don't have. So I can't get a guitar. My brother has a keyboard that I don't think he uses, but I don't know if I can use it. I'd be allowed to. Cause yeah, I feel like keyboard is probably one of the most important things to learn. Cause like, one, there's a lot of different instruments that uses it, and two, you can use it for MIDI. So it'd also be good if you want to use like MIDI stuff for it. I mean, I think you can also use like computer keyboard for MIDI stuff, right? But I'm sure that's a lot harder and a lot more confusing. If you're just use regular keyboard. I guess it just depends on what you're used to. Because yeah, if you get used to the... I'm sure the computer keyboard takes a little bit to get used to, but I'm sure you could get it after a while. I would be surprised if there's people who make like MIDI stuff or like play keyboard on a computer keyboard. I wouldn't be surprised. Because like, yeah, I'm sure that's just what they got used to first. And I mean, technically, yeah, it's a free keyboard if you don't have one, right? Like technically, if you have a keyboard and a computer keyboard, but not a musical keyboard, right? And it's technically a free keyboard. You can mess around with. I don't know if it has the same number of keys, though. I think it does. I think it actually has more on your keyboard, but yeah, I think it does. That makes sense, right? At least to me. I feel like that makes sense. Oh god, it's a song that got freaking copyrighted on YouTube for some reason. I don't think I've been hit with it yet since, so either like this song just hasn't shown up ever since I got those copyright hits, or it was just for those in particular for some reason. It was only those ones that got hit with it, which again is weird, but whatever. Which, yeah, I guess it doesn't necessarily matter with the VOD channel. If you get hit with like an ID, right? Like a copyright ID or like a copyright claim, right? Which I didn't really think about. I mean, I think I still should do it because like obviously it'd make editing main channel stuff a lot easier when I don't have to worry about copyright music, right? It's the same with like those advertisements that can show up because I don't have YouTube Premium. And every once in a while those ads sneak in, so it's like that, because that's happened one of the things I wanted to make a clip and it sucked. And that's another thing too, like I think for me, like me being my own harshest critic is not great, because like when you're looking for clips, like I was just hearing a lot of it and I was like, well, this isn't clip worthy. I feel like if I had other people like clipping stuff, then like that'd make it a lot easier, and then I would just go in. Like, they already clipped the moments, right? So I would just go in and determine if they're featured, right? Because I assume the streamer has to do that. Like, determine which clips are featured and not. Like, I feel like that makes sense. I feel like it wouldn't really make a lot of sense if the viewer could determine that. But maybe I'm wrong about that. Do you have to put them across from each other? Oh, I didn't realize diagonally actually works. Huh. Did not know that at all. Yeah, I just don't know what's the thing for this upcoming election. Like, it shouldn't have been close, right? Like, we should have just been smooth sailing, but obviously that didn't happen. So, like, I have no idea what to think. I think it's just impossible to call. I'm yawning. I think it's just impossible to call until election day. I saw a recent poll that still had Aura down 1, but in the anti-trans law like a freaking idiot. Which I feel like that might cost him, honestly. Like, I think he'll do better than Beto O'Rourke, but I think he's still gonna lose, and like I think honestly he's gonna lose by like a margin that if he didn't run that trans ad, then he would have won. I'd like to be proven wrong, but yeah, I think that's probably what's gonna happen. The only downside with Kamala winning this election, right, is like it's just gonna be the exact same thing in 2028, and honestly probably like even worse. Because like I think Republicans are gonna win 2028 if Kamala's running again. Because I do truly believe Harris is basically just gonna be Biden 2.0, which again people didn't like Biden's campaign, like his administration. He did some good stuff, but yeah, there was also a lot of bad. So yeah, I think if Kamala were to run for re-election in 2028, it would not be good. I think that's just giving the Republicans a free win. I'm gonna be fully honest. I mean, I think if she were to reign in Israel, that would definitely help her. That'd be a good start. I mean, you should have said that on your campaign, right? Like when campaigning, but it's a good start. And then also fighting for like student debt. That's another thing too. They're just like sitting there as a president and doing nothing. Like, I feel like also they were shown of like fighting and like they were fighting for these like policies and stuff, and they would actually go over better, but like they aren't. They just blame someone in the House who didn't vote for it and just move on. Which, I mean, I think that's what the Democrat Party today wants, but like still. They want to win with as few seats. Like if they do win majority, they want to win it with as few seats as possible. So they can run this narrative. It's why like the worst case scenario for them would be a landslide victory for them. Which might be also why Kamala's playing this game. Like, as like another reason, like behind the scenes, why they would say that. For to take that big risk, so it also tank the House, right, and make their numbers worse. But yeah, that one's just complete speculation on that one. I still think Kamala wins Minnesota more than Trump wins Texas, even though Kamala's campaign has been terrible. I still think that's gonna happen. And I think they'll move the blue wall Senate races to toss up. And now they have Democrats leading the House. But one of them went back to toss up, so it's actually like literally tied right now. So yeah, there's that. Well, we've almost hit an hour. So it's about almost about time I get out of here. Ugh. Yeah, I think also I could throw Sporkle quizzes in there. I just don't know if there's like a good category for it. Is there? I might look, like browse. Because like I don't want to throw it in just chatting. Right? Like I still don't want to be buried in there. So I'd still probably find a way. Like find another category, but who knows? Because I doubt quizzes is one. You know, I guess I can just see right now, but highly doubt it. There's quiz show, but I think it's a game. Yeah, that looks like a game. It doesn't look like a Twitch specific thing. But yeah, I think that's a game. I have to look at the Twitch unique ones. If I just type in Twitch, like, would it give it to me? Or probably not, right? There's Twitch plays. I mean, yeah, there's a couple Twitch ones. Why is Twitch dates Pokemon one? But yeah, no, I'd have to see all the unique, which I'm sure someone has a list of them. So yeah, I'm sure that's a thing. Yeah, maybe that's something I'll look into. Or just see where other people who do like quizzes, like Northern Lion, where he is. I assume Northern Lion though, in just chatting is the thing. When he streams Sporkle quizzes. Which, I mean, like, it's fine for him because he's, like, super popular. It's just, like, for me, that's not great. Like, I need to expand my horizons a little bit more. Also, hopefully while I'm doing a Country of the World quiz, I don't dox myself on accident. I think I'll be fine, though. Because I don't think I'll just pull up a news tab that just gives where I live. Like, the city I live. I think that was when I was using Windows 11, so I think we'll be fine with that. But At most, it'll just pull up the Windows menu, which doesn't say anything. It has my first name. Oh no. It's not like I've... It's been, like, well known, like, missed the entire time of stream. And also is, like, a play. Like, it's a part of my freaking username, technically, right now. Who would have guessed, you know? Yeah, I think I'll end it. Okay. Just going back over here, just so we can do this. Oops. There we go. Yep, and then all of the platforms are Will6464. That's the only thing you're missing. Oh, I should have tweeted on Blue Sky. I'm an idiot. Oh, I just tweeted on Twitter, but I should have put it on Blue Sky. Dang it. Okay, that's something to remember for next time. Yeah, because I think it hooked up to my Twitter again, so I can tweet when I'm streaming again. But dang it, I forgot about Blue Sky. Because yeah, that's definitely gonna be people who are more receptive, and like obviously it's smaller. So like, yeah, me posting that would be like a bigger deal. Gotta remember that for next time. Okay. Maybe I'd make a posting of that or something. But yeah. Okay. Just remember that for Friday, which is the next time I'll see you. Yeah, so see you then. Goodbye.